Today we sit down with rising creative talent Fidel, a multi-skilled artist making waves in Zimbabwe's entertainment industry through acting, music, and writing. Having worked alongside some of the country's biggest names in comedy and theater, including King Kandoro, Nigel the Slick Pastor, Lord Nyikadzino, and Jason Pepo, Fidel is quickly becoming a name for himself as one of the most promising young creators to watch in 2026. Now, from his growing web series success to his work with Almasi Collaborative Arts on an organization linked to acclaimed actress Danai Gurira, Fidel continues to push boundaries both on stage and on screen. Now, in this interview, he opens up about his creative journey, the lessons he has learned working with industry legends, his passion for storytelling, and what fans can expect from him in the future. Here's the profile for our day. Welcome back. It's still Ngari's, and right now we're about to get into a profile of the day. And in the studio, I'm joined by Fidel, and I know most of you might know him, but you know what? Let's get into the conversation. Good morning, Fidel.
Morning, bro. How was it?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. How's the industry in Zimbabwe?
The industry. It's a
Yeah.
good question. I think it's headed towards a good trajectory.
All right.
You can see a lot of people venturing into the art space,
Yeah.
experimenting, and like film is becoming a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. So you've worked with big names like King Kandoro, Nigel Slick Pastor, and theater legends like Lloyd Nyikadzino and Jason Pepo. What has that experience taught you as a creative?
Yeah. That's a good question. Well, like all these guys, they obviously have different things that they brought to me, like things I've learned from them. So it's like, especially if we're talking Lloyd and Jason Pepper, these are people mostly on the theater side of things.
Yeah.
So it's more on the physicality, it's more on like projection, body, and all that. So I've learned all these skills, especially Lloyd Nyikadzino. He was my teacher,
Okay.
like I graduated from Zimbabwe Theatre Academy through him.
All right.
And so I had to learn a certain different set of skills. And when it comes to Slick Past and King Kondoro, they had this comedic side to them and the way they just move and the way they just, operate in the space.
Okay.
So yeah, those two different people from different fields, they just gave me this, there's like a different take to art that I learned from them. So yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Um, Now, of course, your debut web series is becoming one of the biggest projects out in 2026. Did you expect this kind of response from people?
Like, cause when I initially started like shooting and stuff, I didn't know like the names that would be involved. So when I started seeing the names, I was like, King Kondoro. I was like, they're like, nah, this thing is definitely
It's
gonna,
big, yeah.
it's gonna be big and stuff. So yeah, I like the way people responded to it, especially like, cause this is like a debut thing, and I'm still, it's like a new thing to me. So when I see the comments and stuff, reading through and seeing how people are reacting to the way the character is playing, is just
Yeah.
like, it was an interesting thing. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Now I understand that you rap, you act, and you write, right?
that's true.
Which of these do you enjoy the most and why?
Well, like rap is the core.
Okay.
It's like the core of everything.
Okay.
Even when I write, like if I'm gonna write like a story or anything, it stems from a rhythmic, point of view.
Point of view.
So like
All
rap is like the center of everything, and then
Okay.
everything else comes after.
right. Okay. Now tell us about your solo writing monologue initiative at Almasi. What inspired you to start it?
Okay, so this is actually like it's like a school program.
Okay.
So I actually auditioned and qualified for a group of people. We're working with like the lecturer, the guy who teaches us, is Bob Mutumbi. He's like he's a big theater guy. He's been in films and stuff. And the program is run by Danai Gurira and stuff. So that's already like inspirational. Like she's the biggest thing in
Yeah.
Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
So being able to qualify to be one of the names, one of the students there, is something that's just amazing. And I've been learning a lot, like crazy.
Right.
Mm.
Interesting. So, how important is Almasi and working under an organization linked to Danai Group being to your growth? You've mentioned that she's the big thing in Zimbabwe.
Yeah,
How
it's
has
big.
it been knowing that you're working under an organization that is, directly involved with Danai Group?
I mean, man, it's like it's everything.
Okay.
It's everything. Like the way we go through the classes, the lessons we learn, like every day. I never knew art had a lot to it, man. Like we have those thick books that we have to go through, understanding character, dialogue, all these things. And so it really gave me like a different perspective to art. People just
Okay.
think Kongo Mugamona is, just you just act or whatever, but there's a process to it.
Yeah.
There's uh, you know, anatomy to like finding the trueness in art and everything. And so this is what we've been learning. We also do have programs where like directors from the
Okay.
United States do come and
Mm.
like we go through seminars and stuff.
All
And
right.
so we're learning a different perspective, a different angle of things. We meet with other creatives and all that. So it's been wonderful. It's been totally beautiful.
Awesome. Now, theater and web series are very different spaces, right? How do you adjust when moving between stage acting and acting for screen? How do you do that?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, like theater is more of a preference.
Okay.
I prefer theater more because I don't know. I'm a guy who likes using his body more. Like theater needs you to do more than just, you know, just act. So like, how do I balance like moving from this to that? It's they're almost friends.
Okay.
They're almost friends. But then when I got into film, I had to learn a whole different thing because with theater, it's like you rehearse for like 6 months or 3 months until you perfect getting it right. And then with film, we can just act and say cut and then shot and stuff and this and
Okay.
that. And it has its own labor to it, but you're learning something else. You're learning angles, you're learning, framing, all this stuff, like the lines that you shouldn't pass and all that. So I feel like they're just sisters and it's easy to flip, but you're always learning, and that's the good thing.
Yeah, interesting. Now, as we round up, what can fans expect, from you as we go forward? Is it more music, more acting, or a little bit of both?
I feel like it's everything, man.
Okay.
Like there's so many things I'm trying to tap in myself. Like there's so many creative things, bubbles I'm trying to explore.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely the rap. I actually have a song that I'm working on. It's like we're actually working on the video. I have a creative director, Shailene Msika. She's working on the visuals, the tracks are there. We're processing it. So it's really everything: acting, theater, the creative space, everything. We're just trying to make sure we exhaust everything, every gift that we're given by God.
By God.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Fidel, for coming through. It
Yeah.
was a nice chat and, very interesting.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, there you have it. That was Fidel, a creative who is making waves on, the acting scene. So I hope you do catch, some of his work on the social media platforms. Now, there you have it. We'll be back shortly.